Hey, this is Aaron from Strateligent, and we just wanted to come to you today with our inaugural, we've never done this before, Zoomcast. And we know there's a lot of questions on Main Street, small businesses, it's all over the news, and we're all part of it. And what we want to do is bring our experience to the table. And today, we've heard a lot from our clients, from our friends, and it's e-stores. How can we develop an e-store efficiently, timeline effective, and still be able to afford it? And that's what we're going to talk about today, because we have our two content experts with us, Emily, who's web developing, Steph, who is a copywriter, but she also understands logistics and shipping way more than an average copywriter would ever understand. So they're both on the call with us today. And I want to just start it off with talking to Steph, but why, I don't know, it should be an obvious answer, but why do people need an e-commerce store right now?
Well, right now, a lot of people are at home, so there's an increased demand for online shopping, and e-stores are something that is essential right now for a business to survive in the digital marketplace. The initial setup is complex. It does take time, but once everything's up and running, the day-to-day operation is very simple and efficient.
Cool. Emily, same question to you. What's the deal with e-commerce? How does it, from your point of view, how does it apply? How does it work? What do we need to know?
Yeah, I would say e-commerce website is a great tool to expand your business and give your customers a convenient and new shopping experience. You can even find a completely new audience since the physical location doesn't play much of a factor, and the features are pretty hard to beat too. You can track consumers' buying habits, manage inventory, and cut operating costs and more.
Cool. So just how many different e-commerce platforms are there? Quite a few, right? I mean, it's like you could choose your own flavor, you could Google it, you could come up with whatever you want. What have we used? Because it seems to work. What have we used, Emily? What do you know there?
Yep, the platform that I've used is called WooCommerce. It integrates seamlessly with WordPress websites, which is another platform we use to design the physical website. And the reason I like it, it's completely customizable for small to large online retailers. I can set up product pages and inventory, process secure payments, determine shipping costs, and print off shipping labels. And if you're analytical, you can report on all your analytics, from who's buying what and to when, and much more. They also offer a lot of add-ons to enhance customer experience as well.
Cool. So Emily, what would be how do you enhance that whole customer experience online so that people actually want to shop there? I mean, sure, we can't go somewhere and shop right now, but we don't want to build this site just for today or for the next couple months. I mean, how do we build this for even in the future? So it's something that, hey, you could come or you could go online, but people are going to do it online just because it's that easy and that's simple. What's important there?
I would say the most important thing is a clean and simple store. I've seen a clean and simple store naturally drives sales. So you want your customers to be able to easily find what they are looking for without getting lost in weird product filters or an unorganized store layout. It also decreases the chance of abandoned carts drastically, and it leads to greater profits overall. So convenient shopping plus efficient navigation are a must to get your shoppers to click that checkout button.
Cool. And how important is the imagery? I mean, is it important just like in a real store how you display everything, or does it not matter online? People they're not as picky, or what do you think for imagery? How does that work?
Yeah, imagery matters a lot. Think of product photography as your store's first impression. High quality, detailed photos help your customers know exactly what they're purchasing, and it provides them with a sense of comfort knowing that you're a professional and trustworthy business with a quality product offer.
Cool. Should we transition to Steph in logistics and getting paid? Those are pretty important in e-commerce, right, Steph, getting paid?
Yes.
One second, but when I started creating even the one we're showing today, I thought it was going to be so simple to just make it all hook up, like ready, set, buy, money shows up in my pocket. It wasn't quite that simple, was it? And could you please just talk about that?
Yeah, most small to medium-sized businesses use a third-party payment processor to receive payments from online customers, and we've all heard of them before. It's your PayPal's, your Stripes, your Squares, and what this does is it allows your business to securely process online payments without having to set up a merchant account with your bank. And that's a process that can be very expensive and very time consuming. So with these third-party payment processors, you get easy account setup, you don't have any monthly or annual fees, and there's no long-term commitments either.
I like the long-term. I mean, no, I don't like long-term commitments. I like not having that, especially right now. But what about the logistics and inventory and shipping? There's a lot of details to that, right?
Right. We know that keeping a close check on our inventory is super important. So, for example, if your site shows that a certain product is in stock and a customer goes to buy that and then later is notified that, oh, just kidding, it's actually unavailable, you could definitely lose that customer for life, and nobody wants that. What's nice about these e-commerce platforms like WooCommerce is that it can keep track of your inventory and show your available inventory online in real time so that your customers always know what's available. And of course, as the merchant, you definitely want to keep a close eye on your inventory as well so that you can keep restocked as needed.
Cool. What about shipping? Because that's kind of the final leg in the journey, isn't it? You
It
can't
is.
get the money, keep the money, never ship the product. You can't do that, right?
Right. Yeah. Shipping is key. So shipping integration with your e-commerce platform is extremely beneficial. It saves a ton of time. For example, WooCommerce calculates shipping costs for each transaction. So all you need to do is purchase the shipping label, print it off, package up your order, and ship it out. You'll want to weigh the pros and cons, of course, for the various delivery services like USPS, UPS, and FedEx, just to determine what is most cost effective for your business.
Cool. And when I think about kind of like, okay, how can this work? I mean, this is a question for either one of you. Feel free to, whoever wants to take it. But one option is for a business owner to just somehow know how to do all of that, right? And just do it. The second is they might not have the ability, but there's some things they can do. And if they have a team, whether it's us or anybody, what could the business owner do that would really save us time or whoever develops the online store time down the road? What would be the one thing you'd suggest, Emily? And then Steph, what would be the one thing you'd suggest? Let's lead off with Emily.
Yeah, the first thing I would suggest is to take a look at the products that you currently offer and determine what's appropriate or feasible to be able to sell online. That's a pretty important step. You want to just narrow it down and see just what you're willing to ship across the country. And once you have your products in place, a platform like WooCommerce does most of the heavy lifting as far as getting the store up and running itself.
Thank you. Steph, same question. What's the one thing business owners could do to make it simple for whoever might end up developing it if they can't themselves?
Yeah, I think one of the things that they should start with is just making a master spreadsheet of all the products that they want to sell online. And from there, writing really detailed product descriptions, measuring and weighing those products to get the shipping set up in the back end. And then if you can, get the best possible photos of your products in natural light. And if our team was given those things right off the bat, we'd be able to get going right away.
Cool. Thank you for sharing that. And I mean, that's our whole story for today, because if people listen to that entire story, we applaud them. But the main thing is, if there's people out there, business owners or anyone, and you have questions for this team or myself, in the comments box right under this video in Facebook, you can let us know, or you know how to get a hold of us via email or phone. Or if you just need to take this idea, these fundamentals, and move it yourself and make it happen for your company, more power to you. But I think we all know that we need to find a new way to make money in a completely different way. And the time to unthink kind of how we've done it up to this point, I think is right here and right now. So I'd like to thank Emily for coming on board from Pine River. I never knew Pine River looked so mountainous before. That's really good to see the landscape looking nice. And Steph, they're on Wise Road in Brainerd. It's really changed since I've been here sheltering in place in Cuyuna. So it's all looking good. So thank you both for being here. We're blessed to have you on the team, and let us know where we can help. Bye, everybody.